Before we start the video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, like, comment, and share with your friends. I really appreciate that and it helps me so much. Here we go. Who is Ikki? Ikki is the first antagonist of Saint Seiya, a manga created by Masami Kurumada, originally published in Weekly Shonen Jump from 1986 until 1991. It has an anime adaptation that ran from 1986 to 1989. The final arc, or Hades, was adapted into OVAs and concluded the main manga story. It tells the story of Seiya, a bronze saint that with the help of his brothers, some shiny armors named clots, and a lot of their energy, Cosmos, battled to defend their deity, Athena. Ikki is one of those brothers, and one that has a strong personality, went through a traumatic experience, and became a fearsome warrior that would fight for good. I think this is a great character that suffers from a mental illness. Ikki has an aggressive personality. He is a person that prefers to be alone, or at least to do things on his own, because he's a man that does not cooperate. Ikki is shown as a person full of hatred that reflects on his cosmos as angry. Ikki and his brother Shun had to survive a rough childhood. Mitsumasa Kido was revealed to be Ikki and all of the Bronze Saints' father, a man that sent his sons on suicide training missions to acquire the mythical clots. It is then when Ikki took Shun's spot on going to Death Queen Island, an infernal place where Ikki would suffer his biggest trauma and one that scared him for life, but more on that later, as well as learned the truth about his father. Ikki was able to obtain the Phoenix Cloth and came back from the death like the birth of the myth for the first time, and filled with rage, hate, and a vengeful thirst for revenge. The saint became an antagonist for a while. Then he is defeated by his brothers, and thanks to them he lets go of all that hatred and embraces Athena as his deity and fights in her name. Death Queen Island turned Ikki's life upside down, and is this traumatic event that prompts Phoenix to go on a dark path, and understanding the happenings in this island is important to determine Ikki's mental state. Esmeralda was a girl that gave Ikki peace while he was training in Death Queen Island. Ikki's first love, the one that knew how good of a man he is. She really loved him, as far as trying to stop Ikki from giving himself fully into the hatred. Unfortunately, during a confrontation between Ikki and his mentor Guilty, who gives the Phoenix two options: giving into the hatred or die. Ikki was ready to kill Guilty, however Esmeralda was the one slain, completely lost in hatred, just like a Sith Lord. Ikki engaged and ended Guilty's life, and went on to obtain the Phoenix Cloth and become its Bronze Saint. The Esmeralda incident was one of the main reasons why Ikki changed his personality from a compassionate man to a cold-blooded one. Ikki presents symptoms of PTSD and also sociopath behavior, given the endeavors of losing her, getting separated from Shun, and learning the truth about his father. After Seiya defeats him, we flash forward to the events in the 12 Zodiac Temples. Ikki shows up to fight Virgo Shaka and decides to sacrifice his body to defeat him. Action that moves Shaka and the reason why he decides to save Ikki afterwards. These just solidified Ikki as an honorable saint and one that fights for good. We can see a change in Ikki's mentality. Long gone is the cruel man in search for vengeance. Now only left is a man with the goal of protecting Athena and his brothers. Although he always appears when Shun needs him, he is not a team player. Phoenix might be lonely due to his mental condition, induced by all the traumas living his past. It is very common for people with PTSD to isolate themselves, and since we don't see him much in this work, we can only speculate on his doings when he is not present. Ikki's story is a very short one, as he doesn't play the same role as the other four protagonists. Ikki usually shows up to save Shun and to fight the main villain of each arc. Even though he has a couple of good moments here and there, I think that Kurumada didn't do much with his character. The author has done incredible things in this manga. Its anime gave me a lot of memories when growing up, and I know Ikki has good potential. I hope he plays a more important role on the current prequel sequel, Saint Seiya Next Dimension. If there's any character or series you want me to talk about, let me know down in the comments. Also, what do you think about Ikki's mental health? Do you think he suffers from PTSD episodes off screen, or does he still have the sociopath side inside of him? Anyway, this is all for this video. Thanks for watching.